Hello, this is Daphne. Welcome to Of Darkness and Light. I have been trying to explain something. My schizophrenic delusion revolves around the way my schizophrenia works. And my schizophrenic delusion has always been that I know what someone else is going to feel. And my paranoia is when I believe it. And my reactions are based off of that simulation running and coming to conclusions. And sometimes they go deep and they might be close or on, but they're always based off of what's in here and in here. Because there's trauma that distorts it all, and there is body trauma that's just held, that cracks it, that's cracked me. But I can ride it. I've been saying I've healed schizophrenia. I am successfully riding schizophrenia, and that means the delusion is never pulling me in, period. Since I've started recording videos, there have been no extensive delusional manic periods in my life for the first time since I've had schizophrenia. And that's why I've been saying I have healed schizophrenia, is because I do not have medication. I do not need medication. I am going through the mental torture and highest trauma of my life that I can ever imagine existing for somebody who finds the idea of like conscious fighting against your mental degradation a horror, to be seen in a person. It's really uniquely awful, because I've been getting more intelligent the whole time, and I say from in my body, but my intelligence feels around my trauma. And that's why I mean it's my body, because that's why I believe my schizophrenia helps me project around it. I can hold myself. I've talked about Ram Dass before. That's a man that's done plant medicines. My schizophrenia is unique. I busted myself open doing Blue Lotus tea. That is prettier than like doing crack cocaine and getting abused, right? I don't know exactly what causes schizophrenia. I'm working from my guts. I have trouble doing research, but that's the thing. I might have made a correct assumption from my body. I might have made a completely incorrect assumption because I don't have the intelligence to balance it with. And so I'm working from incomplete data, but I just guessed that crack leads to schizophrenia. And I feel like I've seen that because I've lived in Seattle. And it's like I bought weed from people who were also selling crack, and they seemed schizophrenic now that I am it. So, that was before weed was legal, and yeah, I was just a trooper. If you don't project insecurity, nobody's gonna fuck you up, dude. If you're not being a racist bitch, nobody's gonna attack you, even if you're the whippiest little white boy just being like, can I get some weed? They'll just take your money, and then offer you crack. And then you'll be like, no, it's okay. I'm really sad though. Like, I bought crack, dude. But I'm cracked open in a way that can be really profoundly unique, and I feel like I can help people. And I have been coping with addiction that I have been fighting, but is not a winning battle most of the time. Obviously, that's a part of like buying a video game collection. There's reality in how that's slicing my executive dysfunction enough to communicate through. I literally used it consciously. The last time I went to get a game or two, I was just like, that worked, dude. That helped me. That helped me talk. So I'm gonna do it. And I'm still talking this way. This is the most frustrating thing. I've been communicating to the void and to people who don't want to talk the whole time. I have had no human being to talk to who is really interested in helping. It's been like coercion, except for, there's been two people really showed interest, and they've done their best, but it's just not the right fit, dude. I need a real hardcore solution, dude. And these people are busy. People have stressful lives, and I'm just uniquely abandoned here in Washington State as an adult, at least in my mindset, like from my situation with the people I have around me. And I've been tortured by society. I went into a courtroom in the back of the room, and I was like panic attacking the whole time, and I was crying the whole time. And the person who was brought me there couldn't even see what was going on. I was like, the judge like didn't even give me a chance to talk. It was just like this punishment setting of something, and I needed to be talked to. There needed to be mediation. This is a mediation case, and it was a punishment of a disabled person, and it ruined me in my mind for like communicating to anybody in the world that had to be put on me when I'm a disabled woman who needs help, and they had no help to offer me. And then I came home and I told people what was going on in my family, and nobody would help me. I'm swerving on my trauma. But the point is, my heater came on. I shift emotionality instantaneously. So I still have tears on my face, but I don't give a fuck right now. Because that's what happens. Schizophrenia is crazy, but that's detached. I can embody different energies. Music helps. I don't have personalities. I have infinite personalities. And I've just felt out who I am through writing, and I know kind of like aspects of myself, and I just lean into them, and they change all the time. It's not like there's like a person here. It's like sometimes, it's totally not context. It's contextual always, and I'm always working on pulling back to my center. And that's schizophrenia, and that's riding it, is being like, wait, I don't know what's going on at all. Breathe. Yep, that's how you beat it, and that's how I've been beating it. I was like, wait, I don't know what's going on at all. That was all wrong. But you know what's not wrong? Body intelligence stuff. Who has figured this out? Ultimate secret of the universe. Lost city of Atlantis. It's the Library of Alexandria. The knowledge there was destroyed, and it's the worst thing that ever happened in human history, and we remember it as a sunken city. But it was a burnt library by Christian zealots. I might be wrong about that one. That's another one where I'm pulling it from my guts. I don't do big research, but I believe those were Christian religious zealots that burned the Library of Alexandria. And I might be wrong. But I am a witch being burnt, and a witch is a traumatized schizophrenic woman stuck in executive dysfunction, shouting at people, trying to get help, not being able to communicate, being tortured in her mind until she's burnt alive because people feel bad and hate her for being mean. And that doesn't have to happen at all. And I definitely don't need pills. I need somebody to be brave. Because when you come at me with a genuinely comforting energy, you get it back. The only people who seem able to do that are the paid professionals. But that's not what I need. I need support structures of people who exist who are a community. I can't be left, you can't say, hey, you're schizophrenic, that makes me feel uncomfortable. You don't get to exist in society. You need to take pills and go work at a grocery store. I'm going to continue using that metaphor because that's what I could commute to from where I live, is a grocery store. I'm not doing that. I'm looking for online work, but like hybrid work is the only thing that exists now. And I kind of, like, the commutes are brutal. So it's like, what's local? What am I used to make $95,000 a year. I'm in $100,000 of debt. I have toll bills completely maxed. Like I didn't do my taxes last year. I've been telling people this. I didn't tell people. Itches lie, dude. Itches lie. I have barely told anybody. I like put it in my writing about my taxes not being done. I've never told anybody that straight up. I didn't do my taxes last year. I filed an extension and then I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, whatever. Who people like it? It's just like, I need to file bankruptcy. I need this to be looked at by human beings who have the capacity to move past executive dysfunction. I cannot be punished for being a schizophrenic person who didn't realize what was happening to them with the system that I walked through, that gaslit me and blew me up, and the society full of people that treated me very specifically, uniquely, painfully, brutally, uniquely, terribly, because I'm a trans woman as well, who is also kind of a creative genius and has been leaning into that to try and find an escape route to some kind of financial success so that they can be a person who like lives. But community of people everywhere are not supportive of artists. Artists are aborted. We live in a culture of consumerism, and I am an artist in my heart, and I have to be honest, and I have to be non-traumatized to be a superhuman that schizophrenics can be from their body intelligence. And that's something that I can help other schizophrenics do. I need help. I need somebody to care. And be brave, because it's not even brave. You're gonna get the biggest gift of your life if you choose to help me and take me in as some kind of family, because I need family. Thank you.